Hey, what's up? This is a brand new episode of Let There Be Talk, and it is brought to you by my incredible sponsor, Shot NYC. That's right, rock and roll at its finest. Shot NYC leather jackets. Been furnishing in the rock and rollers with jackets for a zillion years, including Springsteen on the cover of Born to Run. You got Brando on the Wild One, the Ramones. Everyone has worn a Shot if they ride a motorcycle or if you're into rock and roll or you just want to fucking look cool. Get yourself a Shot. Go to their website, shotnyc.com, or go to the brand new store if you're in Los Angeles at the Americana in Glendale. Fantastic store. I'm rocking the Shot 603. I love it. It's got a nice trim fit. It's not all baggy and goofy. They look fantastic. Go see my boy Walter up there. Tell him you heard about it here on Let There Be Talk. Shot NYC. All right, let's kick off. To me, you'll have these giant ups. Everything will be going great, and then fucking just nothing for weeks, and you'll be like, man, how do I get some traction here? So what a great day yesterday, just watching that game and chilling and being with friends. Jeremiah Watkins with me, my good buddy, and Steve Henry, and we had a good time. Some upcoming shows before I cut out of here. February 20th and 21st, I will be at the La Jolla Comedy Store. Me, Marilyn Rice Cub, and Lou Curl, we're coming out there. And then I'll be celebrating a huge birthday bash party at the Stone on February 25th. Red Band and I, we're going to have some special big guests there. DJ will be spinning. It'll be in the main room. It's Death Squads and Del Raisers Unite for an incredible night of comedy and rock. Also, every Wednesday, if you live in L.A., I'm hosting the Jam Night at Lucky Strike Live, the Lucky Strike Bowling Alley in Hollywood on Highland. Come down, it's free. Gilby Clark is the Grand Master of ceremonies there, and he has all kinds of incredible players. Check it out, Lucky Strike Jam on Twitter. At Lucky Strike Jam, every Wednesday, 9 to midnight, free. And I was there last Wednesday to check it out, and it was blowing my mind. There was like 400 people in there, and they're just rocking fierce. You could bowl, you could eat, you could drink, and listen to rock. So every Wednesday, if you're in Hollywood, do not miss this. I'll be hosting it and doing a little comedy, and they'll be playing some rock. So hope to see you guys there. Hope to see you at the La Jolla Comedy Store, and I hope you had a great weekend. Here he is right now, Robert Kelly. Hey, here we are, another episode of Let There Be Talk. Amazing comedian today, Robert Kelly. Bobby Kelly, how are you, bud?
Oh, you just roll right into it.
Nah,
I fucking love this.
Fuck.
You just hit a button and go. No testing, no nothing. I like it.
You know why? Because I've been doing it so long, right?
Yeah.
We're in Pasadena.
Yep. Beautiful.
Which is fucking
Pasadena.
Oh, there's someone at your door. Go grab it.
Yeah.
He's in this luxury hotel. Let me tell you what the name of it is. What is the name? The Langham. Yeah, and it looks like something straight out of like
Great Gatsby.
Yeah,
Right. It's old white money.
It's all white.
This is not boutique-y.
Yeah.
New Hollywood.
This is Crown Moldings.
Yeah, this is
marble.
This is old white people, right?
Yeah, suits on the guy bringing the coffee in.
But nice guy, not too. He's smiling.
Yep, he is smiling.
Bring it right over here, buddy.
Yeah, you can just sign for it, dude. Just give your own tip. Hilarious.
Fucking
I don't care.
Oh, you
right?
know, yeah, but you know, there's some listener going, "Come on, what the fuck, man?"
Oh yeah, one time I had a guy going, "Hey man, tell your listeners not to fucking eat while they're on."
Oh, you mean your people, not your
I mean your
listeners.
people, yeah.
now there's a guy going, "Fucking the guest, idiot, not the listeners."
Yeah, right. But he was so anal, you know, and it's like the interview was over breakfast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like you got to do what you can do. Like you're up here and you live in New York, so I got to come to the hotel.
Yeah. He came out.
Let's say what you're doing. You're here promoting a show. So Hollywood does absurd things.
Yeah.
They have some shows.
Yeah.
And then they do press junkets.
Yep.
Which I walked up to this hotel.
Yep.
It's one of the most beautiful hotels probably in California. It looks like Hearst Castle or something. Right. You know?
But it's in a residential area. It's like hidden behind, like house, and then this fucking palatial hotel. It's weird.
Yeah, and they're not houses. They're like these 20s mansions. Like David Lee Roth lives up here.
Does he really?
Yeah. And he's got just this, like, this is old money. Like, people back in the day, they used to live here, and then they'd go in, slum it into Hollywood, the actors and agents and stuff.
David Lee Roth has money?
God, are you
sure?
Dude, I'm not, listen, Bobby Kelly, this fucking guy, you don't even understand the money Van Halen made. First of all, David Lee Roth was the brains behind merchandise.
Okay.
Besides Kiss, every fucking kid on the planet owned a Van Halen shirt.
And a onesie?
Yep. Yeah, and a onesie.
Spandex
Tiger
onesie.
Striped. Yeah.
Tassel boots?
Yeah, tassel boots. Dave just shaved his head. You see him? He looks like you.
Well, here's the thing. Thank God, because I was getting fucking sick of pretending that fucking Trump wig wasn't bothering any of us.
He had like 9 wigs.
He had fucking the conductor hat, which was bugging everybody.
Oh.
Yeah, I like he's a conductor on a train that was bugging us. And when he went, here's why I asked this thing about money, because in New York City, the Comedy Cellar.
Yep.
Okay, it's one of the most famous clubs.
Love it.
In the world, and it's been there forever. Well, the original owner was Manny Roth, which is
his uncle,
his fucking uncle.
Right.
So all of a sudden, there's a time, like maybe 8 years ago or something like that, you're on stage and you see David Lee Roth fucking walking by, right? And, he starts hanging out at the fucking Comedy Cellar. I mean, legitimately hanging with us. And then Dove Davidoff, which you guys know, very funny guy.
Love him.
Yeah, love Dove. He has owns a building, because he's a fucking nutcase on stage, dresses like he's fucking homeless and does heroin. Yeah. But he's also a fucking, real estate mogul in fucking Manhattan.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah, dude.
Whoa. I never knew that about Dove.
Yeah, the fucking cocksuckers. Him and his brother about buildings. Like, owns a fucking building.
Did they buy it from comedy money?
I don't know where they got. Probably some type of deal or whatever. I don't know. I don't want to get into his personal finances.
Oh, yeah.
But he fucking... Yeah, he owned a fucking building. And when the East Village was just a shithole.
Yeah.
They just bought, you buy a building for a piece of bubble gum and fucking $8, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they did, and then he had this sick apartment with a fucking roof deck. Above that, the smaller apartment, David Lee Roth moved in.
Wow.
He rented his little apartment upstairs to David, who was taking EMT courses.
I remember that.
And flying helicopters.
Yeah.
Like fucking stoned. Like he'd get basted and then go take helicopter lessons.
Yeah, now he's training for real to be a ninja, like the ultimate highest martial artist in Japan. Like he was on Rogan like 6 months ago.
Yeah, I don't know, man. He was a great guy. The best thing ever. He was walking through the crowd. And it was packed. And I go, David, most girls you ever fucking banged in one night. 5. Didn't even think about it. 5.
Really?
Just came out and just walked away. 5. That fucking 5.
Yeah.
Just walked out. I was like, the best thing ever, yeah. David Lee Roth, one of the best frontmans ever.
Well, you got Elvis, then you have, I would say, probably like Robert Plant for a different flavor.
Well, in rock... Yeah. To be a good frontman, you have to be a little gay.
Yeah. You're right.
You know what I mean?
You're right.
You have to lean on a hip.
Yep.
You have to have a guy. Like, I'm straight. Like, I'm not. Well, fucking. Let's be real. I'm probably fucking. At the border. I'm definitely in the window looking in sometimes. But,
yeah. You might go gay later.
But if you watch Robert, like I'm watching Robert Plant What was the movie they made?
Song remains the same.
So if you watch that,
yeah,
the cameraman was infatuated with fucking Robert Plant's junk.
Yeah, he had a package on that one, right?
Dude, his fucking you could see his sack, you could see the fucking helmet, you could see how it's together, and his fucking ass. I mean, most of that is, if you're watching it now, you're like, oh my God, Plant's got such a fucking perfect package, and those little hip huggers he's wearing, right?
Yeah, and it was on the left.
Yeah,
you just knew where it was.
Yeah, John Bonham's playing just killing it on the kit, and this guy's focused right on Plant's delicious sack.
Yeah, right. There's like a genius guitar solo going, and you're like, package solo.
Just Plant swinging a microphone and leaning back on his ass cheek, and his fucking just perfect package, his English mule.
Yeah.
Just mushed up, and you can see how like mushy his nuts were.
Yeah.
You know what I mean,
oh man.
Yeah, you definitely have to be, if you're a lead singer like David Lee Roth. You're like, what?
Yep.
What are you, dude? You bang dudes?
Yeah.
You bang some fucking, like Vince Neil. I think he bangs broads. I think now he probably bangs of like secret broads.
Secret broads.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Because he's not what he was, man. He's not shredded. He's bald.
No, he's shredded. His hair is not shredded.
When you have, look, I take it from me. When you're going bald, and you're going from fucking gorgeous hair and, you know, beautiful ringlets and shit, and then you transition, that transition phase.
Yep.
That's why I knocked that out.
Yeah,
I had hair when I shaved my head, but my concept was, I'm going to become, I don't want people to know me as a guy who went bald. I want them to know me as a bald guy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I understand that.
So I just said, fuck it. But David Lee Roth had to do that weird shit with his hair and hats.
Yep.
So to bring a hot chick home and then take your hat off. You know what I mean?
Fuck with the hat on.
Yeah, it's like, ugh, if it's windy or raining out, you're just like, I
don't think the chicks care, man. You're like with Diamond Dave.
I don't know.
I don't know. You shaved your head because you knew you were going bald?
Yeah, it was happening.
Yeah, like, you know, when I had long hair my whole life. I played music 25 years.
Right.
So I had long hair, and it was just rock, perfect hair.
Yeah.
And then I could tell it was getting a little thin and stuff. But I was smart, like right around Alice in Chains. That was kind of the look, shaved head, like low hair or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Rollins, I was into like that kind of shit.
Yeah.
So I said, "Fuck it, I could shave it now and just, that's just the look."
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, it is rough when you're like Cornell has perfect hair still.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he's another one. You're like, do you bang dudes? Did you?
No, I don't think so. Yeah,
but just the way he's out there singing, he puts his leg up on the fucking monitor.
Yeah,
sits on a tippy toe.
It's rock god stuff.
Yeah, it's rock god stuff.
Yeah,
exactly.
You have a drum pad here. You play drums?
I started playing drums for the TV show.
Oh, so let's talk about it. So anyway, we're here at the hotel. You're doing a press junket. You're on a TV show?
Yeah, who is it? Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
It's the maid. She said, hi, sorry.
You're here doing...
She didn't need the hi. She could just say sorry.
Yeah.
But she said, hi, sorry.
Hi, sorry. Hi, sorry.
She Japanese.
It's Kung Fu. What show are you on?
It's a show on FX coming out in July called Sex, Drugs, and Rock and Roll.
Oh, god damn. I know this. I'm stupid. Dennis Leary.
Yep.
And it's set in the 70s.
Nope.
It's
set now.
Oh, it's set now? You guys look 70s in the photos.
Well, that's like, it's basically a band that were on the verge of being the motherfuckers back in the day. So we were about to be the new fucking holy shit, and we were the band everybody looked up to, and then it fell apart. You know, Johnny Rock, who Dennis plays, winds up fucking banging everybody's wife, and drugs and all that shit, and the band breaks up before we ever became famous. Cut to, 20 or something years later, I'm bald and fat. Leary looks like fucking Ellen. You know what I mean? John Corbett. He's a
John Corbett's in it?
John Corbett plays Flash.
He's a friend of mine.
Oh, he's the best.
He plays some of my songs, actually, on his tour, when he was on tour, and I think he recorded one of my songs, too.
Oh, yeah, he's wow. He's my hero.
I love John, man.
He's great because he's such a sweet guy.
Yeah.
But he is at heart, he's a rock and roll crazy motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He borrowed a DVD from me about 20 years ago, never gave it back. I love it.
Well, this motherfucker, he plays Flash, who's the lead guitarist.
Right.
And then Johnny Ailes, who, you know John Ailes?
I don't.
He's fucking hilarious. He's been Ray Donovan recently. You watch Ray Donovan?
Nope.
Okay. It's great. Let's just move on. Nope.
No, but I hear the show's great. The problem with me is there's 20.
He's a fucking great actor. You'll know him if you watch Nutty Professor with Eddie Murphy, the original. He's the assistant. Fucking with the crazy hair.
Yeah.
Jewish looking guy, but he's really Greek.
Yeah, what's he play? Bass in the band?
He's Rehab, the bass player.
Okay.
I'm the drummer.
And what's your name?
Bam Bam.
Bam Bam.
So
it's so funny because last week I had a drummer on from the Raconteurs.
Yeah.
And I said, you play traditional grip, which is the weird grip on the left.
Yeah.
I go, some people are straight Bam Bam.
Right.
And a couple of my buddies laughed. They go, no one knows that fucking reference. I go, I don't give a fuck. That's my reference. Of,
right. Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's fucking great. It's Leary funny. He wrote it. This is kind of his baby too. He wrote it, he directed it too. He directed it with another guy named Michael Blyden. They split the director, and then and Jim Serpico was the producer. All the guys from Rescue Me, did that. Apostle,
that was a great show.
Yeah, and then they got Liz Gillies. You know her?
No,
she's fucking huge, dude. She's Nickelodeon, Victorious,
right?
Like 2.5 million followers on Twitter.
All those Nickelodeon and Disney people, just 20 million followers.
Dude, it's crazy. One day we were on the street at Brooklyn filming, and you hear screams like a child was murdered. Like that type of scream. And you look around and it's just a fucking gaggle of little girls pointing at her.
Wow.
And they running towards her. And they just surrounded her.
What's she play?
She's Leary's
daughter.
Yeah. So the band gets back together.
That's hilarious for
her.
For her
to kind of he didn't know he had her, so it gets back together for her, and she brings us all with her.
Right.
It's another fame ride that we're all willing to take one more shot.
Now, who's writing the music?
Leary.
Leary
wrote all the music with his band, and one of the guys from Afghan Wigs. What's his name?
Greg Dooley.
Greg Dooley, who's fucking awesome.
Oh, yeah. Dude, Greg Dooley is a god. This drummer from Raconteurs I had on last week is now in Afghan Wigs.
Okay.
Which, Gentleman is like the top 10 record of my life.
He's fucking awesome. I mean, first of all, he came on set. He shot the pilot. He did a scene in the pilot.
Yep.
And he came on set. And, Leary's got a huge presence. Fucking Dooley he walks in with the glasses and a scarf and he's just like rock and roll chunky, you know that?
Yeah. But there's something about that guy. I described it. I saw him in '93 and I did a podcast about it where he came on stage at the Fillmore. I grew up in San Francisco, and this guy, I got goosebumps right now just thinking about it. He comes on. This is when he's thin, shades.
Hair.
He looks like he just rolled out of a gutter.
Yep.
Cigarette, Telecaster, and starts laying down this song, Fountain in Fairfax.
Yeah.
And it's about scoring drugs, and you're going, what? This fucking guy is like, he's Bowie, he's Prince, he's Otis Redding. Yeah. He's all this flavor of soul and fucking Cincinnati, and you're going.
He's got this crazy aura around him. When he walked in the room, I literally said it, and Leary wanted to put it in the show later. I said, "You're the coolest guy I've ever met." And I meant it. Like, he stood up, and I was just like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he's great. So him and Leary, but Leary wrote these. And look, man, I'm a comic.
Yep.
Okay, I can't corny. Fuck you.
Oh, I can't stand it, right?
I get it, and I was a little nervous about. Look, is it fucking Foo Fighters? Is it Nirvana? Is it the Afghan? No, but the fucking songs, man.
Yeah.
And LOUIE can sing, dude.
Wow.
LOUIE can sing. He's got this smoky fucking rock and roll voice.
He's cool as fuck. I love him, man.
He's fucking great, man.
I love that guy.
He's just a monster. And and Liz Gillies is a fucking dude. She came in and just sang. No, like we're all playing. We're all playing over the fucking lip syncing.
The clip track.
She said, "Fuck it, turn that. I'm doing it." Comes in and wails it out, and you're literally you've got to remember to keep playing because you're in awe. You just start watching this girl,
yeah,
because she can fucking sing. She wails it out. So the music in it is actually great. Like, I love it.
Yeah, that's like when you play music all your life, like me, and you see music films, you go, But when I saw Almost Famous, I kept thinking, they're going to fuck up. They're going to fuck up. And they never do. Right. And the songs were incredible. Yeah. Fever Dog, I'm on board. So.
These are more like, I think it's more like Ramone. You know the Ramones?
Oh, yeah.
Beachy,
yeah.
Like hip. And there's a lot of that shit in there.
Yeah, because it's set in New York, right?
It's set in New York, CBGBs.
Right.
We were about to pop at that time. We were just fucking, all the New York clubs doing fucking blow and banging broads and drinking and getting fucked up.
Do they have flashback scenes?
We shot an 11-minute documentary of us. Grohl was in it.
Wow.
Fucking dude, he's
great.
One of the funniest fucking guys. Not as a musician, he is just outright a fucking stand-up. He's a fucking comic at heart.
That's like Jacob Dylan.
Dude, we were watching him. I was watching the shit he shot, and I was on the floor. We're all in this room just dying because he's so fucking funny.
Now, what is the documentary? How do you guys look different? You have wigs and stuff?
Oh, yeah, dude. They had to use CGI to fucking thin me out.
Wow.
I think they were going to do that. There was two options.
Yeah.
They were going to thin me out and take away some of the wrinkles on the other boys, and or they were going to just leave me fat and just let people.
Well, drummers are fat, right?
Let just pretend like, wait a minute, there's no, which either one works, I think. But this thing was pretty crazy. I've always wanted to play drums out of any instrument. I mean, I picked up guitar at one point, but I was like, fuck off, my fingers can't do this.
Yeah.
And then, but once I found out you had to do rudiments,
I
remember Billy Burr's like a fucking insane drummer. And I remember he took me to his house, and he taught me. He sat on the drums. And anytime you're learning from a musician, especially drummers, they're going to get on the kit and just do what they do. And you're like, it's overwhelming. It's like, ugh.
Yeah, they're like, it's easy. You just do this, and you go, it's not easy.
Yeah, but then he goes, here's a drum pad. Here's 2 drumsticks. I want you to just go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. That's all I want you to do. And I was like, okay. And I went and did it for like 20 minutes, and I said, fuck this.
Wow.
I can't. I was like, fuck this.
Yeah.
Probably one of the, if I could go back and regret shit, I regret that day.
Right.
When I was like, this rudiments suck. I regret that day.
Right.
Yeah, because I wanted to sit at a kit.
It's like comedy. Like I tell people, the first time, whatever, sucks. But you just have to fucking go do it. It's just like when I play guitar, man. I remember the first time I played guitar, I quit. The second time I was like, I'm not, it was like 20 years later, I'm not quitting this time.
But comedy, it's weird because comedy, you still get fucking accolades.
Yeah, you're right.
Even when you get up there, you get to get up on stage. You don't get to be a drummer until you can drum. Do you know what I mean?
That's right.
There's no rudiment fucking show. Hey, guys, let's give it up for the next guy. He's going to be doing paradiddles and triplets.
Yeah.
That doesn't exist.
Also about drums is no one wants to hear you practice. So it's like, and you get dirty looks. Like, I always hate drummers in my band, and I hate drummers on airplanes and shit because they're beating shit. You ever get a guy that plays drums and he's behind your seat and he's fucking beating shit? And you go, hey, dude, fucking no. And they don't even know they're doing it,
Well, I knew this part was coming up, and I knew I had to. I know that they could have shot around me and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck that. I went and bought a. There's two things I hate. Two stores I hate going to: a bike store and a fucking music store.
Bicycles.
Bike store and a music store because the people that fucking work there are fucking dicks.
Yeah, I do a bit about it because they're all just like, a Guitar Center is full of dudes that didn't make it or think they're going to make it. So you have these dynamics of dicks.
And bike stores are the same thing. It's like, dude, I want to. Well, I don't. It's like, I'm sorry you didn't make it to the fucking Tour de France, ass face. I just want to ride around and lose fucking a couple pounds, you fucking twat, And the music store is the same shit. It's like, hey, man, do you have a mic? Well, what kind of mic? I don't know. I'm going to be doing, well, there's many different. I know, fuckface, you've been asked this question before. I know what you're doing, you fucking elitist, passive-aggressive fucking nerd.
Yeah.
Okay? I need a fucking, you know what I want. Just give me a Shure 58, you fucking cunt.
I know, right?
Stop.
They always try to steer you off the Shure 58, too. Yeah. There must be a bonus on these other mics. Like, no one buys these other mics.
Well, they probably get mad because it's like, well, I mean, everybody uses that. There's other options.
They're such cocksuckers. They're like, actually, if you look at the sonic graph of the mid to the high tenor on that,
well, imagine walking in, like, you know what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah. I go with Burr and I just beat the dudes down. Yeah. Burr goes, hey, let's go down there. I want to get a snare. And I go, all right. And we go in and they try to jive around. I go, hey, no, Dick, look, we got 10 minutes.
Yeah.
We know what the price is. We know what item we want. Right. Just fucking get it. Right. And we want you to beat the price. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then they'll snake over to Burr like, you ought to go here. I go, no. We already know what we want.
Well, I wish I had you because I would walk in and I didn't, I'm learning. Nobody wants to talk to a dude who's about to, I'm a 43-year-old guy learning to play go fuck yourself.
Yeah,
I got no time. And I'd walk in, and the dude would flick his hair over one eye, and what do you need? And I'd be like, I'm trying to learn.
I started comedy at 44, and that's how it is when you walk in. Like, hey, man, so, like, when you're on stage, get the fuck out of here. You just learn, It
was a fucking nightmare, dude. I remember, what helped me is YouTube. I YouTubed fucking learning to play the drums, and without drums, because I didn't have drums.
Yep.
And there was a guy it literally says playing drums without drums. And it's a dude in his bedroom on a bed with a magazine and a fucking book.
Wow.
As
different tones.
Yep, different tones. And he literally went, all I want you to do is go 1, 2, 3, 4 on the book. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, now on the 1 and the 2, I want you to just pick up your leg and stomp it. So it's just 1 and 1 and the 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay, now on the 2 and the 4, I want you to just hit the magazine with the other stick. And then, okay, now do it all together. And it was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2.
That's dope, right?
So I'm like, yeah. So and then all of a sudden he goes, now watch this, and he puts in AC/DC.
Yeah,
it's like ban, stunna, stunna.
You're playing now,
and I'm like, I'm fucking playing. That's AC/DC, man. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it.
That is it.
And I was like, fuck. I got it. So I ran out, bought a Roland electric drums, which is the best.
Dude, Burr and I were playing one at the Sam Ash.
Yeah.
And Burr's like, put this on, listen to this, man.
Yeah.
And it was like, we had like arena classic rock sound, and fuck.
Well, that's the TD-30.
It's like crazy money,
it's
this
the
thing.
TD-30. It's fucking nuts, but it's worth every penny.
Absolutely.
I'm trying to get one now. I'm trying to get that kit.
You can get that.
Well, I'm trying. The one I got though was it's the portable one. It's this little fucking dude. It's like $600, $700, and it folds up, and it goes into a bag. You can literally throw it on your shoulder, but then it folds out into a drum kit, and it's got the pedal, and it's the hi-hat. I sat on this thing for probably 2 hours to 3 hours a day. And this dude in Scotland, a fan of my podcast, who's now a great friend of mine, Bill Underwood, who's actually in a band called Break the Butterfly out there. This guy, he's in a band, it's successful. He would sit with me on Skype and just...
Whoa, dope.
And I would
give you lessons.
He was like, I'm not going to teach you how to be a drummer. I'm going to teach you... Because Questlove, I asked him advice one night, and he was kind of. I think he thought I was asking him to give me lessons because he was kind of like, "Get the fuck away from me."
I'm in the roots, bitch.
Yeah, dude. I kind of approached like, "Hey, dude, I'm just like a fucking eager asshole. Hey, I'm learning to drum."
Yeah,
came out wrong.
Yeah,
I was like, "Yeah, that's good, man." I'm like, "No, but what should I do?"
That's like whenever I see CK, I talk to the biggest stars on the planet, but I see CK and I'm like, "Oh, hey, love your show."
Yeah.
Just like a dick.
I know. It's like when a comic. Do you have any advice?
Yeah. Yeah.
But he actually said something that was the shit. He goes, listen. He goes, do you have songs? He goes, fuck rudiments. Fuck that. He goes, you need to just
play to the song.
He goes, just learn how to play that song. And then this guy Bill was like, fucking, that's what we should be doing.
Totally.
And we just started learning the songs for the show. And then he would throw in like a White Stripes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because White Stripes is just super easy, but awesome.
Fun to play.
You feel like a fucking drummer when you're playing the White Stripes.
Seven Nation Army, you know.
Dude.
Right?
Fucking yeah, dude. And then, so that's what we did. We learned, as the songs came in, we would learn the songs.
That's great.
And then Charlie from the Del Fuegos, you remember them?
Yeah, oh yeah.
I believe. And now he's with Eliza Band, and he's with Leary's band. He plays with them when they do the Comic Come Home and all the tours. He actually was the drummer on set. So they had him who would teach me, too. So I had two guys.
Yeah.
So I was fucking, dude, I'm learning lines and then learning to play drums, which is fucking, just, fucking nuts. And then I had to learn how to fix it because the only thing I didn't want to do, and I know we failed at some points because I just didn't want you fucking queers, you fucking musicians, you fucking cunts who aren't even. You just as soon as the music plays, you guys are just watching.
Yeah.
Oh no, Corbett's really playing that.
Yeah. Well, Corbett plays.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. And he toured,
Yeah.
Corbett's out of his mind. He just comes to my house one day and he goes, "Yeah, man, no more acting for me. I got a country band." And then just goes full-blown 5 years country.
Yeah.
It's
crazy. He's the best. But yeah, I just didn't want you fucking queers
looking
at me. But there's actually a couple parts where I'm supposed to be on a fucking ride and I'm literally on the hi-hat or there's a crash. And I'm fucking smiling into the camera, just playing a regular groove. But
you know what? I'm so fucking happy. You know what's weird? When I asked you to do the podcast, I wanted you to do it because I love your comedy.
Right.
And
thanks,
but
man.
then as I sit down and you tell me in the show, it hits me because I read about it like 2 months ago. I see a picture in Rolling Stone or something of the band. And now I'm so fucking happy for him. Like, God, this is a fucking great show I want to watch. It's like a dream show for me.
Yeah.
I played music 25 years. If I could use that talent and comedy somewhere, because I can't stand comedy music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
More than anything. People go, "How come you don't bring a guitar on?" Because I'm fucking smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is fucking a great show I want to see.
Yeah, it's cool, man. It's a half-hour show.
What's it called?
Sex, Drugs, and Rock and Roll.
Oh, that's right. Now, what's the name of the band?
The Heathens.
The Heathens.
We were the Heathens, and now we turned into the Assassins.
The Assassins. As you got the re-up of the band?
Yeah, so we turned into that. But the Heathens were the original band. And, it was... dude, it's a fucking dream for me, too, dude, because I was forced to learn the drums.
Yeah.
I mean...
And you always wanted to play.
Always wanted to play. Now I'm never without a stick or a drum pad on the road.
So you're that dick on the plane.
I'm not on the plane, but
No.
But I've definitely had knocks in my hotel room.
Oh, yeah.
Dude. I was bringing this fucking... the drum pads that, it's like a 5-piece drum pad.
Yep.
And it's got
the Remo.
I was bringing that on the road with me. So I would be I had a pedal and everything.
That thing on the pedal. Oh.
I had a dude knock at the fucking door and literally go, "Are you fucking playing the drums?" And behind me was this fucking pad kit. And I'm just like, "Yeah." And he's like, "My kid's sleeping." I was like, "Dude, I'm so sorry." Dude.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, you really can't bring that shit on the road. So
when does it come out?
It was supposed to come out in April. but they switched it up for a better time thing. Time it was supposed to be on at like 10:30. Now they want it on 10. So we're doing in July, the first week in July.
Oh wow, that's great.
On FX. Yeah, I'm fucking
13 episodes.
No, first seasons are always 10.
10, I got you. Yeah.
So on FX. So
FX.
Yeah, we shot the whole thing. We just got done in December. Everything was done in New York City and Brooklyn. The studio, we're in the Blue Blood studio. And it was the best, dude. I fucking love it. I was waking up at 5 in the morning, driving to the set, like the studio.
Happy.
Yeah, they had a drum kit up right by my dressing room.
What kind of drums you play?
It was Pearl on the
show?
thing. So I would play Pearl, rehearse there in Pearl, and then on home I'd rehearse on Roland.
Right.
Because I got a kid.
Yeah,
in my house,
yeah.
I got a fucking small ranch.
But
my kid, this is the best part too. My fucking kid loves the drums. My kid's 2.
Get him off drums.
No, fuck
drummers
that.
don't make money.
I don't give a shit, dude. I wanted to play drums and learn jiu-jitsu and play piano. So that whoever makes fun of him for either of those two, he'll just fucking choke him out. I want him. He's got such a drummer name too. His name's Maximus.
How old is he?
He's 20 months right now.
20 months.
I mean, he's 2, whatever the fuck they call that.
I love you in
It'd be weird if you
LOUIE.
just stop there.
Huh?
If you just stop there, that'd be weird.
Yeah.
Love you. What?
I love you. Okay, that's the show.
Take it easy.
I love you in LOUIE. When I first heard you were going to be on it, of course, the first season, I had no idea what the format was going to be. So I'm thinking, oh, right on. Bobby Kelly's on. He's playing the brother. And then you're on once with the mom. And then you're like, oh, it's everything's like a small film, you know?
Yeah.
But you come back last season and you do the food one. What do you call it again?
A bang bang.
It's one of the funniest fucking things I've ever seen because I go up and down in weight and insanity of food. Yeah. And you've gone up and down in weight. I've seen you up and down. It's tough when we get in your 40s. It's just you just give up, right? It's like
it's tough. What's tough is that it is a thing with people, with certain people. It's just a thing, and it's not with others. And the ones that it's not, they don't get it.
Yeah.
They just don't understand. Why can't you just not do that? Why can't you just, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And that's because I don't know the answer to that either. I would love, if I knew the answer to that, if I could cure my addictive behavior, if I could take away, when I was banging broads and smoking cigarettes, I wasn't fat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When I was, getting hookers and fucking doing all that shit. When I was drinking, when I was younger and doing drugs, I was fucking thin as shit.
Me too. But do you think it's because you were young?
No, I think it's food becomes a hug at some point.
Yeah.
And there's some people that find that hug in an instrument or sometimes some people find it in writing jokes. Some people find it in their careers. Some people find that things in a healthy way or a way that, helps them, but it's obsessive nonetheless.
Absolutely.
It's obsessive and it does affect other parts of your life. But just food is a motherfucker for me at this stage of the game. I mean, but...
Is it because it's all you got? Because, you don't drink anymore and you don't do drugs. I'm the same way. So then you go, well, I got food. Or I shop. I'm a shopping freak. eBay. Oh, there's the $6 million man doll I need.
Yeah, technology, dude. Any gadget. I mean, this fucking horse shit. What the fuck is that? Headphones? I got these headphones.
Yeah, right.
I got fucking another pair of headphones. I got ultimate ears, custom fucking headphones that say Bam Bam on them. I mean, the fucking $1,000 headphones I bought. It's like, I feel the fucking void with things. Yeah. And it's...
What do you think the void is? Are you depressed or did you have a weird upbringing? I don't know what my void is. It's like a drive with me.
I talked about this on Ron and Fez last week. It's the chasing of excitement.
Exactly, right?
Happiness is not, doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
Happiness does not feel great. It's okay. Happiness is, you're happy and, in life, you chase that excitement. You chase that, fuck yeah. Like, a girl gives you a nut, you're bummed out, you're sad, you're fucked up, and then a girl gives you a number and you feel great. And it's almost like a fucking drug, and then that doesn't work out and she's a bitch or the number's wrong. You feel like shit again. You're down in that dumps. Happiness is just, hanging with your family or, with a friend or being with your chick. And, telling your mom saying, I love you too, Ma. It's not, who gives a fuck?
Right.
It doesn't make you go, wow, but it does make you feel all right. And it's, I'm trying in this stage of my life because I'm a fucking psycho, dude.
Yeah.
I'm a lunatic. I have to accept that. And then I have to accept that, these little moments are okay. And it's okay to suffer. You know what I mean? It's okay to, I'm in my hotel room last night. I have enough money to get whatever whore I want.
Yeah.
I can do that. I got cash in my wife would never, and I can go online and I'll get her to come here. And I don't even care about paying for it.
Yeah.
I got that money. Fuck, I can order as much, I can order 3 pizzas and ice cream. I can get room service. They're fucking paying for this shit.
Yep.
It's okay. Stop it. How to stop that and just sit in the bed and watch Planet of the Apes for the fucking 8th time. The shitty one with Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, that one's terrible.
So it's like, it's like, okay, that's happiness. I'm okay. I'm all right. And then fucking turn on my app where I can see my little kid sleeping, live and just be like, oh, I made that with a fucking dick and a vagina and some fucking jizz. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, but it just sucks, man. Wade is a motherfucker, and you do that episode, and if you look at that episode, the whole episode was about how people perceive fat people.
Oh, it's genius because when Louie gets with the chick, and she says, I'm what you should be having. It's funny when you think about that because.
And it's about America too.
Oh, it is about America.
There was a whole scene that we didn't shoot. And there was a whole thing they cut out about how I went to another country so I could be a king.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because somewhere else, I could be a fucking king. With my money and, in a third world country, I could be a god. But it's like here, I'm just a piece of shit.
That's hilarious to think about, right?
Yeah.
My fear now, which is really weird because I did mountains of cocaine and mountains and booze and I love it all.
Yeah.
And I would do it right now, but I'm at this weird state now, which is funny coming from a guy who rides a motorcycle 24/7. I'm afraid to die now because I found something that I love so much, which is stand-up comedy. Right. As cheesy as that sounds, I'm like, well, I want to see this through. So my addiction is candy.
Yeah.
The addiction before that was probably cocaine, booze, sex, shopping.
Yeah.
I have all the addictions.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure it comes from my grandfather who was just a straight alcoholic and just drank himself to the grave. And addictions I'm constantly pushing down.
Yeah.
And I think it's probably better that I never became a famous musician, big money, because I would be dead, But it's a motherfucker addiction, right?
It's a scary thing, and because like I said, you always get the tweets or the fucking emails about people. You're just a fat fuck. Just stop stuffing your face.
Oh, that's
and
ridiculous.
it's like, or you could say that with just stop fucking banging whores and fucking be monogamous and be loyal or whatever. You could do that with stop doing drugs. You don't get it. It's just the food one is we have to eat, stuff like that, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But the one thing that I say is, look, you have to accept yourself as is today.
Yeah.
You have choices today that you make, right? You try to make the best ones, but whatever you can't. There's no fucking magic to it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm here now. I'm at this event. We're going to do a red carpet. I'm going to be the chunkiest motherfucker. I mean, I play a fat dude on the show. That's my thing. I got fat and bald. You know what I mean?
But you probably wouldn't have the role if you were skinny.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
That was one of the things that said.
That's the thing, right? Isn't it crazy?
But it's like, it is what it is, man.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, I am where I'm at, but I know where I'm going. Yeah. So you got to really in your head, shut it down. Just shut all that shit down. And just look, I know where the fuck I'm going. I'm cool. I'm happy.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
My main thing is, Bobby, is I don't give a fuck if I'm fat. I don't. Because what I'm saying is I just don't want to die. Yeah, is my fear.
That's the thing, too, is like, everybody's like, dude, you're going to fucking be dead. I know a guy wrote me yesterday and said, you're going to be just like Patrice. And he wrote R.I.P. like fucking.
That's fucking mean.
It's fucking nuts.
You get mean shit like that, huh?
Well, yeah, of course. These fucking people on Twitter, Wow. It was like crazy mean. Like, wow.
That's
dude.
beyond me.
And I don't even have high blood pressure. Like, they don't even know my state. Like, I don't have diabetes. I don't have. I mean, I don't have high blood pressure. I'm just a fat dude, but I'm not.
What are you, Greek?
I'm not sick. No, Italian Irish.
There you go.
But I'm not sick from it. I can see if my feet were numb after I eat.
Yeah.
But it's not. So, but it's, that's the shit where it's like, you got to get rid of that stuff. But look, if it's not this, it's something else.
Yep.
It's a matter of putting this fucking awful thing that I think addicts have, trying to get it focused into something that would help you.
Yeah.
But you're never going to not suffer the consequences of your addiction.
I think sugars. I quit cocaine. I go to no meetings, nothing.
Right.
Just one day I said, you know what? I'm out.
Right.
Cigarettes, Coke, booze.
I started cigars.
Yeah, cigars.
I love cigars.
Yeah, I used to smoke those, and then I was out. It got me through a thing.
Yeah.
But candy, I cannot quit. And I think it's the number one addiction in the world is sugar.
Yeah.
And it's in every fucking thing. You can pull a plant out of the ground and it's got sugar in it.
I quit sugar a month ago.
You did?
Actually, yesterday. Yeah, a month ago yesterday.
Wow.
There's a great guy in L.A. called, his name's Vinny Tortorich. He's called The Angriest Trainer. And he has a podcast all about no sugar, no grains. And he talks about what sugar really is.
Yeah.
And about the corn syrup. Like it's hidden.
Corn syrup is
all
the
that
death
shit.
of America.
Yeah, all that shit where they had an overabundance of corn in the 50s.
Yep.
And they learned to put it in fucking sweeteners and stuff, and they just stuck it in anything instead of sugar. They used the corn syrup and cornstarch and corn fructose, and they put that in, and it's fucking killing us.
Yeah, it is.
It's just killing us, and you don't even know. So
Yeah.
I cut it off. No ketchups.
No ketchups.
Because it's fucking corn syrup.
What else? No
dressings.
No, of course, those are the demon.
Corn.
No rice.
No rice.
Brown
no grains,
rice?
No grains, man.
Okay.
But that's me.
Yeah, no, I
You know
get
what
it.
mean?
I'm just hearing it, though.
Yeah, like I haven't fucked with grains because he was talking about like the bread that my grandfather had
Totally different.
was a totally different thing. So now the stuff that I'm putting in my body, I blow it up. I get addicted to it. The sugar. He's great. If you ever listen to a podcast about like eating healthy, he's great.
I'll listen to that.
It releases chemicals in your brain, so you can't.
It's like cocaine. It's the same dopamine.
You can't not have it.
Yeah.
For you to fight that would be like fighting a drug. It's like a woman with menopause, and that when something happens to them chemically, things get released from the brain to make them feel that way. The same shit with this corn fructose. It releases certain things. Sugar releases that out of your brain, and you can't not have one Dorito. You can't.
No.
It's impossible because your brain is fucking just being taken over.
It's true.
I quit sugar. I went through withdrawals this time. It's the second time I did it. This time you're sweating. I get headaches.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's that shit coming out of your system.
What kind of sugars you into? Pies, ice cream? What are you eating?
Nah, man. It was the salad dressings. It was the ketchups, the condiments.
Oh, it's all that shit. I got you.
Yeah, dude. It was in my coffee. All that shit.
Now, when you were doing,
and then, cakes and pastries and all that shit. Yeah.
When you guys did the bang bang, did you guys really do that once in a while?
Dude, he said to me, yeah, he goes, look, this is what we're doing. I was like, no fucking problem, because I was as fat as I ever was in that episode.
Yeah.
And we just went to an Indian restaurant. He ordered everything on the menu.
Yep.
I want this, and this, and he was like, all right, get this, that. and then they set it up so the cameras wouldn't see each other, or whatever the fucking camera.
Yeah.
Fucking LA douche that's listening to this. That's called the V fucking. So, and he said, shoot. And we fucking ate. And that's me really eating. I mean, using the fucking bread as a napkin, that's fucking real shit. I mean, we just chowed for around 20 minutes. And then they just yelled cut when we were full. And then they used that. And then we went to an hour. We had an hour break, and then went to a diner.
I saw that part, yeah.
Yeah, and then we were eating. I was eating chicken cutlet and pasta, and he was eating hamburgers and fries, and we both had shakes. The guy, the prop master, came up to me, and he goes, "Listen, big boy, slow down. I only have 2 cutlets left." Whoa! Because I was throwing down the fucking.
Whoa!
Yeah, I can eat, man. I can fucking eat.
You had to be like after that day, like, oh.
I felt fine. Dude, I was fucking fine. Dude, I can eat. Anybody who knows me, I love fucking food.
I love food too, man.
If the Food Network came to me and look, we're gonna make you a star, and you're just gonna eat your way through the world, I'd probably go. Let's go. Let's do this. Can I do comedy in the spaces? Yep, let's go. I just become Dom DeLuise.
Hilarious.
Oh, I'd be that guy. I get fucking overalls. I get
overalls. Sweatpants everywhere.
I get overalls. Yeah, like sweatpant overalls, and that'd be
sweatpant.
I would market those.
Yeah. I
almost bought sweatpant jeans like 2 months ago.
Oh my god.
They make jeans now, sweatpants. They look like fucking jeans, designer jeans.
Yeah.
But it's sweatpants.
That's fucking hilarious. Like chicks' leggings. Like when you see chicks wearing jeans, they're skin tight. They're really like leggings.
If you wear these, it's like, dude, he's wearing jeans. And they have a thing called a suitsy. A suitsy is it's a fucking one-piece suit.
Yeah.
That you step into, and it's made out of sweatpant material. Dude, I was 5 seconds away from ordering the suitsy for this fucking event. I was like, do I have to wear a suit? Because I look like just a fat fuck that does timeshares in Aruba.
Are you wearing a suit?
No.
Oh, good.
No.
Fuck that, right? You're a rock band.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Let's talk a couple things. I've been doing comedy 5 years now, but before I was doing comedy, I started just hanging at the Laugh Factory watching Jay Davis. That's when I first started seeing you.
Right.
Were you living in L.A. at that time? Or you just seemed like you were here a lot?
I moved to L.A. for 3 months back then.
Pilot season or something?
Yeah, I came out for pilot season. I think I went on 2 pilots. I went out for 2 auditions. It sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I came out here to write a show of my whatever it is, my comedy show.
Right.
For whatever my thing was going to be, and I came out here and I was in the clubs. I got a little place in West Hollywood above some fucking garage. This great apartment from some Dutch dude.
Wow.
And I lived here for 3 months.
Yeah, because I saw you a lot, and then you were gone.
Yeah, I was here for a minute, man. I did the pilot season, and it just LA has never fucking jived with me, bro. Yeah. I lived here for 2 years a long time ago. I booked a pilot way back in the day when I thought I was going to be famous.
Yeah.
It was called Adrenaline Run by Frank Lupo, the guy who invented A-Team and Hunter.
Dope.
Right? I thought I thought I was going to be famous, and it didn't fucking, I stayed for 2 years thinking that it might get picked up. And I remember, I wound up fucking leaving, man. I wound up going back to New York and because, it hit me. Everybody was becoming better, and I couldn't get on stage here
enough. Right.
I wasn't famous enough, man. And I was famous enough in New York, or respected enough as a comic to get on at the best place in the Comedy Cellar.
Right.
And here I am out here, and there was too many guys ahead of me, so I had to go do shit that I didn't want to do anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
I didn't want to, everybody's got, hey, do you want to do my room? All right. And then you're in some weird place and you feel like shit, and it's not helping me. It's hurting me.
Yeah, and you got the Crown Jewel in New York, the Cellar. You're going like, what am I doing here at this
all those guys were becoming way better than me.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was just insane. I was like, oh my God, they're fucking great. You know, and here I am. What the fuck am I doing?
You started in Boston, right?
Yeah, I started in Boston with all those fucking nuts.
What do you think it is about Boston? I'm sure people have said that many times, but if you look at it, you got Louie, Marin, Burr, Patrice, man. That 5-pack right there.
You got Dane, too. You got Bob Marley. You got, a lot of fucking crazy.
Yeah, that thing. It's weird because this is personally me. I've been to Boston many times. Yeah. I spent a couple weeks there because I worked for the Rolling Stones, and they rehearsed there and then start their tour there in 2002. Right. I never felt it. I was just like, this place is like, why don't you just live in New York, is what it felt like to me.
Because we weren't in New York. That's why. We weren't in New York.
Right.
That's why there's funny.
Yeah.
We weren't fucking New York. We were always second place. We never won anything except for the white Celtics.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, Larry Bird.
Yeah, we're fucking, it's cold, it's miserable, you know, it's fucking segregated, it's racial, it's fucking everything comedy needs to exist and breathe and live.
Right.
And it was right there. Fucking hatred, anger, love, frustration, passion. We all had that. So, you know, to live in, you had this fucking shitty highway that didn't make sense. You know what I mean? You know, we were still, the black people lived there, the white Irish lived there, the Italians lived there, the fucking Eurotrash lived there. You know what I mean?
It's all segregated.
It's all, and then it was kind of merging into not being. So there comes this fucking lightning in a bottle where people are learning to live together. But what happens with fucking fuck you and fuck this and suck it and I love this and drugs and alcohol and partying and it was fucking nuts.
Yeah.
That's why it's like weird, like we have so many championships now and it's such a nice place to live. It's like there's no more fucking there's no more of those comics coming out there anymore.
Yeah, it's like Seattle is all tech money now. You're not going to get Nirvana out of there anymore.
Yeah, now you're going to Philly. There's like these crazy funny guys coming from Philly now.
Right.
Because that's still a shithole. And they still hate things.
Yeah, you got to have, you do have to have that. Because I also think what I really like about the Boston guys is they're still not PC. They're not hateful, but they don't watch what they say because they think they're going to get in trouble. I mean, you know, CK, when I watch him, or if I watch you, you say stuff and I go, God, that's cool. Man, I gotta not, like, you know, censor myself so much and just be me, you know?
Yeah, it's, you know, it's a weird thing to say, fuck, you know, when you can say, you know, when you get on stage and look at it and look at your face, what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
And that guy laughs.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, dude. It's like, that's when you're really being funny.
Yeah.
You know, when you can go up there, like I say to my wife, you know, there's certain things. She's like, "Can you please?" I'm like, "Honey, if I do that, I'm fucked because that's all I have."
Yeah.
I'm not a great writer. I was talking to Quinn about this too. He goes, "I was in the business 9 years before he heard someone go, yeah, the setup, punch, and tag."
Yeah.
He's like, "What the fuck is that?"
Yeah. I don't even know the formula.
Well, I know it exists, and I know some guys use it brilliantly, but I never was that. I was just going up and being funny, and those things were kind of slipping their way in there.
Yeah.
Because I was just going on stage and being as honest as I can. And the punchlines and the tags find their way to where they're supposed to be. But then later in life, when I got married and I started trying to be a better human in the last fucking 6 years, which I'm still not. I'm still a fucking asshole, fucking piece of shit psychopath. Right?
Yeah.
But at least I'm trying to. I got vulnerable, and when you add vulnerability and honesty, you can't fuck with that. You can't fuck with that. You can say whatever you want because it's coming from a real place.
Yeah, I love your bit that you talk about where you're trying to be a good guy, but your woman is at a flea market or whatever. She's leaning over, and you just push her over.
Yeah, that was a great day in my life. We were actually at a flea market. I was so fucking angry with her because I'm sitting there and she's rummaging through garbage.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I think there was a Pats game on or something. I was like, fucking, ugh. And she's just over near me, and I was so mad. She bent over to tie her shoe next to me, and she's like, "What do you think of?" And I just fucking pushed her into all this garbage, like all this lady's shit, and she fell into it, and it fucking made a ruckus, and all the shit went out. I started laughing. But other people were laughing. I did that to my wife, too. I pushed her into a bush once in the movie theater. You know, she's done weird, fucked up shit to me, too. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, when you can, you know, be the piece of shit that you really are, is when you can find, I think you're funny. Because I honest to God, I'm starting to find it right now. Like this last hour that I did.
Yeah.
It was great, and I loved
the Netflix one?
Well, no, the Comedy Central one I did last Friday.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So that was, for me, that was fucking awesome. And I know every comic says this horse shit when they're an hour. You know, I did it my way, and, you know, it's, you know, I'm very proud of, I know, I'm going to say this shit. But I am, because I own it. I did it with Jim Serpico. We own it. Me and my manager believed in my fucking, and we did it at the Village Underground, which is fucking where I wanted that done there.
Yeah.
In the West Village, where comedy as we know it was born. Stand-up as we do today was born there.
Really?
Fuck yeah. Lenny Bruce.
Oh, yeah.
When people started saying fuck and suck and bitches and Jews and blacks and
going to jail for it.
And going to fucking jail.
Wow.
And now we're getting deals from NBC. You know what I mean? Now fucking, you know, you're getting fucking Oscars for this shit and Emmys.
Yeah.
So, but that's where I wanted to do it. So, you know, but now I'm starting to write, now that I'm starting to do the new hour, like starting to come up with stuff, it's like, oh my God, it's starting to click easier.
Yeah.
Because I kind of know why I'm funny.
Yeah.
So now it's starting to, I can go on stage. Dude, the shit I'm saying now is like, and it's funny because I just did that hour. Hey, did you like it? No, I only like what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, you're so right?
Anything I did fucking last year or the 2 months, I fucking hate.
Yeah.
I only like the shit I did this last weekend or last Tuesday.
That's back to the addiction almost because it's exciting. It's like shopping and stuff. It's like, I call it panning for gold.
Yeah.
You've got this bit and you go down and it works and you're going, oh my God. And then you start slushing it around in the pan. You go, there's more gold in there. And it's fucking fire. You know, I see Burr, he's like what you're talking about. I can see how fast he can work the material now. Yeah. I watch it from the ground up at the Comedy Store. Yeah. He'll come in, he'll do all 3 rooms, and a week later, the shit will be fire.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's one thing I think in the future, you know, like he's great. Louie's like that too. You know, he comes in at the cellar and, you know, he works that stuff. And
I just watched his new hour. He shot it at the store last week.
Right. Who, Louie?
Louie, yeah. And it was fucking great.
That's one thing I regret is that, you know, I hope someday I can come back to L.A. and do go to the store.
You're such a store guy. Yeah, and you would be in a minute now. You know?
Last time I auditioned, Maz Jabron.
It's different now, though.
I went in last time. Maz set me up, and that guy who was there, Tommy, or whatever.
Yeah.
And I remember I went up, I killed. It was great. It was awesome. I was like, I love this place. The hang was great. The comics were, everybody's cool. And I remember he went, yeah, man, I just, you know, we're on this ride and the universe of comedy, man, and thanks for taking the ride with us. And I was like, he goes, I don't know now, but, you know, I'm like, dude, I got to go. I don't know what the fuck you're saying to me.
It's the hottest. Here's how it looks to me. It's Cellar and the Comedy Store.
Yeah, it's like this Comedy Cellar of L.A.
That's right. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, that's the one place I always like, fuck, I love this.
It'll happen immediately for you.
Yeah, so someday.
No, I mean when you come back. Right. Or anytime you're in town, they'll put you on. I guarantee it.
It is a good feeling to come here and, you know, not have to like worry about going in and hanging out and, you know, getting on at the Improv and then fucking Sandler and Seth and whoever the fuck comes in and bumps you, and then you go up with some fucking, you know, fucking my wife's a cunt. What? And nobody's.
Yeah.
I had the worst set of my life in L.A.
Really?
Oh, at the Improv.
What happened?
For my agency. It was my fucking agent. They put me on. I bombed so bad there wasn't one fucking in front of the industry.
How do you bomb?
Dude, I went up and fucking bombed, and it was, I don't know, dude. Mike DeStefano.
What year are we talking?
We're talking when I was there.
Okay, during
5 years ago.
Okay,
6 years ago.
Gotcha.
Dude, it's my fucking phone.
Yeah, it's all good.
Dude, I go up. Pete Corelli goes up and just wipes the fucking place clean.
Yeah.
Mike DeStefano goes up. God rest his soul.
God, he ruled.
And I was praying that he bombed. I was just praying that he says. In my head, I'm just praying that he says something offensive. Some fucking racist that they loved it.
Yeah.
I go up with my horse shit, and I'm in my fucking head, and I took nothing. My closing thing that I did was I stared at the crowd, and I counted into my head 25 seconds, which is eternity.
Yeah.
And I looked out, and I'm looking at all these people in the eye. Just check this out. That's 7 seconds of silence. I did 25 seconds in my head, staring at him. And I go, wow, that was pretty uncomfortable, huh? And I went, now you know how I feel.
Wow.
And I walked off.
Whoa. I can't imagine you bombing. I've never seen you do bad.
I did, man. That was a nice one.
I know you got to get out of here. I want to ask you one more thing.
Sure.
What was the tourgasm experience like for you?
Dude, I don't know, man. It was a fucking, emotionally, it was something I didn't know what I was getting into. Really, I just wanted. Someone asked me to, dude, you want to go on? Yeah, let's fucking do it. It's fucking rock and roll, man.
It's a bus tour. It's like 20 stops.
Yeah,
or something.
and I didn't really, I didn't know how to not. I didn't know how to not say go fuck yourself. I didn't know how to not be, fuck you. You know what I mean?
To me, it seemed like that was what they wanted. They're going, okay, we're going to have Bobby Kelly. He'll be the outlaw.
I know.
We'll have Gary, who's the sensitive guy that's like a clean material comic.
They did that after, though. People don't realize that it was supposed to be shot as a documentary, a 2-hour, 1.5-hour documentary that Dane was going to sell on his website. Dane became huge during that. Okay? So in the middle of that, Dane explodes. Now HBO comes, we want to do your hour at Boston Garden in the round with the guy who filmed the Stones.
Wow.
So now it's massive, and they go, what's this? And the guy... I forget his name, the head of HBO Comedy at the time, who's fucking awesome. He goes, I'll take this too. I'll buy, and they had to splice it up and do 9 episodes.
Right.
So they had to do a story arc in each episode.
I gotcha.
So they had to make us these people.
They start creating it with editing.
They had to make Jay the guy who cries, the born again. They had to make me the fucking instigator, which I wasn't.
Yeah.
They had to make Dane the fucking leader. Which, and then Gary, whatever the fuck, I don't even know what they had to do that. And it's like, it was weird, man. It was
they just turned
weird.
it into a reality show, right?
They turned it into a reality show, which, look, man, if you watch that shit, it's funny, and I think it was good for comedy.
Yeah.
And Comics of Comedy did the same thing, but in a fucking alternative way.
Yep.
It was, love it or hate it. I mean, it was weird. I'm on the fucking thing with Jay Davis, and here's this L.A. guy, and they got this East Coast Boston guy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Jay Davis is a sweet guy at heart.
Yeah.
He's a nice person, but, put us together. It's like, fuck you. Like, I say fuck you to my friends.
Yeah.
He wasn't, that wasn't.
It's ball busting.
Yeah.
I once heard somebody, I think it was Bill, say, like, the real big difference of L.A. for him when he got here was he would say, like, you fucking cunt, you sucked up there or whatever. Yeah. And people go, oh, and they run and start crying.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, what happened? And I come from that background, too, of, like, in the Bay Area, the schoolyard of, like, hey, man, your mama shops at Kmart. You got floods on. You got a bowl haircut. Whatever. You're just ripping each other.
Yeah, that was the hard thing. Like, I didn't know how to not do that.
Yeah.
I hang out with Norton, Patrice, Burr.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Rich Voss, Colin Quinn, Kevin Hart, Joe DeRosa, Big J. I mean, we all fucking, that's what we did.
Yeah.
And then you come out, now I'm on a bus with this nice, really sweet guy but he does some weird shit, and I'm like, go fuck yourself. And then he's calling me out about porn.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then I have a temper because I'm a lunatic.
Yeah.
And anytime you hurt my feelings, I don't cry. I just get
Lash
mad.
out.
I lash out. So it's like, what the fuck? You know? So it was, and then Gary's like fucking, ugh. The funniest thing ever. So Gary got so mad at one show. 2 of the funniest things that happened on that. 3. Dane shit in a bucket and made me throw up, which really made me laugh. I just love the fact that to shit in a bucket, you have to pull your pants down, not near a toilet bowl, and shit.
Yeah.
You have to be so committed for that.
Which is something you never do. Maybe once in your life.
No, it's like shitting outside.
One time I tried, I was in Vegas next to my buddy. We were shitting side by side in the casino. And I go, watch this. I'm going to shit. His shoe was hanging halfway in. I'm going to shit on his shoe. Yeah. So I crept off and I shit. Oh. And I thought I hit his shoe. And I looked down. There was nothing. I pulled my pants up. It was in my pants.
Oh!
I got one pair of pants in Vegas for the weekend. It went down the side of my fucking pant. And I'm like, and I go, fuck. And he's like, what's wrong? And I'm like, man, I'm walking through the casino to get to the room.
Oh, that's just I
bought some fucking Tropicana sweats. But yeah, it's a weird animal, right? Shitting off the toilet.
Shitting off the toilet is fucking nuts, dude.
Yeah, you don't do it.
He did that. He shit, and then he showed it to me, and it was such a perfect shit. It looked fake. I remember how it was like a dark chocolate, like 90% dark chocolate. You know those ones? and you know the chocolate that's healthy for you.
Dude, I almost spit my drink out.
And,
it was 90% dark chocolate, a quarter just brown tip.
It was fucking weird, man. And then I remember, so in the time Jay, I remember when we found out that Jay was on me about porn the whole time, and then we found out that I got his. We stayed at a hotel one night. The W Hotel, I believe it was, or the Hard Rock in Chicago. And we got his hotel bill, and there was 5 porns on it. It's like the first chance he got, he just fucking cranked them out. It was great. And then Gary got mad one show. Somebody heckled him at a show.
Yeah.
And
he just left, right?
Well, he left, but he got. Well, look, man, he got mad because he was on Last Comic Standing doing the same shit a year before that. Now he's on a. It's like, dude, what the fuck am I doing? Yeah. These aren't even our crowds. They're here to see Dane. They're literally walking by us in the fucking line after. We're doing 4.5-hour meet and greets.
Oh.
Okay, and there's people just standing in front of us, not even talking to us.
Oh, so I've been there playing music. You're on a big tour, and as soon as you're off, you're like, you're a ghost. It's such a weird feeling, right?
Well, it's a shit feeling, you know. And then Gary would say shit. Gary would snap. And he'd be like, "What? You can't even say hello. You were right here. You can't even say hi. Mediocre job. We liked you a little. You can't even fucking do that." And these college kids would be like, "I'm sorry. I just want to meet Dane." You know what I mean? One night he got so mad, I followed him out into the parking lot, and he was like, "What the fuck am I doing here?" And I remember he reached into his pocket and grabbed a fistful of change and just threw it into an empty parking lot.
Like that was going to do something.
You said ding, ding, ding. And I laughed so fucking hard. I don't know why that made me laugh. I started laughing. He looked at me and he was like, "What?" I go, "Dude, that was fun." He started laughing too because it was such a fucking weird anger. I've seen people punch walls.
Yeah, right. But throw just change.
Just fucking violently reached into his pocket and threw just a fistful of change into a parking lot. It was one of the funniest anger moves ever. It's like that should be like a treatment. Like if you get mad, don't hit him. Or, hit the wall. Hey, just throw change. Go outside.
Anger management.
And throw nickels. It's fucking funny, dude. Yeah.
That guy, Gary, man, there was a time when I was watching you and Gary, and he had 2 bits that I remember right now. And one of them was, sorry, no Diet Coke, Diet Pepsi.
Yeah.
That fucking bit. And the other one, how pineapple ruins a fruit salad. Those two bits are fucking genius.
Yeah, you talk about joke writers, you talk about setup punch, you talk about that type of thing, or through lines, or squeezing a joke to all. He's that guy.
He's so great,
He is one
right?
of the greatest fucking comedians right now. His new hour he's going to be shooting in a couple months. But I
love him.
If you listen to his jokes, they're perfect.
Yeah.
He's a perfect comedian.
And I like his cadence and stuff on stage, too. He's just got this thing, you know?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, sorry, Diet Pepsi, okay? No, it's not. How about no money for this? Yeah.
He's Gary Gulman.
Yeah.
That's when I think when you become a stand-up comic is when you silhouette yourself.
Yeah.
When that's you. That's Gary, man. So if you see somebody doing it, they got it from Gary.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like there's a certain thing that you hit when you're like, and he hit
It's like
it, man.
Burr with the arm on the mic stand. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and he doesn't. He'll take you where he wants to take you, not where you want to be taken.
Yeah.
And that's what he's great. Like, yeah, certain guys are like that. Like, you start to find that when you find that. That's what I was talking about like before. It's like I feel like I'm starting to understand the way I do things.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing
for
that.
Them, fuck them.
Yeah.
You have to do this. No, after whoever. Like you can go up and he can go up and she can go up and I'm going up and there's no B plan. I don't have I can do this crowd act.
Yeah.
Or I don't have that anymore. I do what the fuck I do and somehow they like it. As I think when you really got something going on. I think. I don't know. I could be wrong. What the fuck?
I believe it, man. Thanks for doing the show.
All right, buddy.
I love you, man, and I can't wait to watch your sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Yeah, don't pick apart my drumming.
I won't, dude. I'm more the guy now where I look at the clothes, like, oh, they're nailing with the clothes. You know what I mean?
I got some badass Converse in it.
There you go.
I got some fucking nice Chuckies, some John Valvedos fucking.
Oh, John Varvatos makes the best best cons, right?
Ugh, I want to be. That's all I wanted. That's all I had in the show was his cons. And
God, they're so good. You got the zipper ones.
I got them. I got these zipper ones. Right now.
God, they're great.
That's all I fucking wear.
God kills
for fat guys too. Zipper cons.
Yeah. Zipper cons. It's true because you're always at the airport. I'm always like, this is genius.
Yeah,
and that guy. All his stores have the best rock photos.
Yeah.
And it's straight rock and roll. I love it.
Yeah, fucking. He really does. I can't fit into any of his clothes.
Yeah.
That's what sucked about this.
Yep.
But hopefully, when we come back, I had to quit sugar and grains.
Yep.
Because they want me skinny. If this show does come back next season, I guess Bam Bam has to be thin.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
but I think they did that.
Turtle is what inspired me.
Oh, from
Jerry?
Yeah.
I had him on the podcast. This motherfucker looks dynamite. Yeah. His body, and he works out every day, and now I hike every day at noon.
This is getting weird now.
I know, right?
We're just ending on Turtle's hot body. It's fucking perfect episode. Now we're on to John Valvedos and Turtle. Is my
all of a sudden we're like fashion guys, the red carpet.
He'll be fat again, trust me.
Yeah, I hear you. Oh, dude, I looked sweet in 2002. One movie with Ice Cube, and I was a blob. Pop-Tarts all day. So I know you can get right back there in a minute.
Fuck yeah.
Dude, thank you, man.
Thanks for coming up, brother.
Hell yeah, and I look forward to seeing you.
Yeah, man. Go to the. I got I did my special, but you can buy it at my website.
Yeah,
because we did it, so now you can pre-order it and own the unedited version without the beeps and
website
RobertKellyLive.com.
And how much is it? $5?
$5 minimum donation.
Please get that, guys. And your podcast.
You know what, dude? On riotcast.com.
Yeah. You know what, dude, on riotcast.com. Yeah. And then any show dates coming up? This will be on next week.
No, you can just go to my website. I got a new website out. You can go check RobertKellyLive.com. Has all my shit up there. And then Sex, Drugs, and Rock and Roll.
God, I can't wait for that. Congrats, man, on everything. Buddy. There he is, guys. Make sure you watch the show. Thanks for tuning in. See ya.